Hello and welcome, Mr.Narwhal here, and today there's been a patch for Overwatch. It's just dropped, it's fresh, Season 4 is just about to start. You can see there we've got our placement matches ready to do. We'll get into those later. But for now I wanted to take a look at the patch notes, what's changed, what's new, what Season 4 is going to bring to the table, and a lot about the new hero changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a game of Bastion, and we're going to see what his changes feel like on live servers. One of the biggest new features to come this time is the server browser, which I think should be the topic for next video. We're going to jump into a few games of that, whereby you can create your own custom games with all kinds of crazy custom modifiers. On the PTR I've seen some boss fights, some Hanzo versus Torbjorn only, some really awesome games. We've got a match here, let's see if we can grab Bastion in time. Alright, we got him. Attack Bastion with a Widow, let's do this. This is a perfect team. Capture the Flag has been added permanently to the game. It's now sat in the arcade mode. We might take a look at that on the video where we look at the server browser. This is a brilliant team, oh my god. This is absolutely fantastic. Let's just leave the voice chat, no one wants to listen to this. There we go. And quick highlight of the Bastion changes while we're in the spawn room. His sentry, he changes forms much quicker now. That's a really smooth change. However, he does not reload when he changes. I still have 260 ammo. A lot of players with Bastion will be highly mobile, and we're trying to abuse that to quickly reload and quickly fire a full clip into someone's face. His spread's also been increased. Blizzard said they want to use him more as a high damage character. Not good for taking out single targets, but more for taking down Reinhardt shields and Winston shields and that sort of stuff, and May walls. So we've got much more spread on that. We've got 300 bullets in the magazine instead of 200, and you cannot headshot with Bastion anymore when you're in sentry mode. His recon mode, the spread has been greatly decreased to around about soldier spread. Oh no, we got stuck in the trap straight away. Let's run away. We probably should have gone on the other door. That was probably a bad idea. Self-repair can now be used while he's walking. Next time we take some damage, let's take a look at that. And it uses a cooldown timer, much like D.Va's defense matrix. Let's see if that Reinhardt's still around. Nope. Get away. There we go, see the self-repair? See how much more accurate that gun is, it's crazy. This soldier's still down here, let's go deal with him. Oh, we almost 1v1 soldier, that's how accurate we are now. It's crazy. When Bastion is in sentry or tank form, he also takes much less damage, means he can't be killed by a Reinhardt pin when he's in sentry mode anymore, from full health. That's quite interesting. Because a common tactic used to take Bastion down would be to have D.Va matrix his face and then Reinhardt fights him with a pin which will one-shot him. But obviously that can't happen anymore, so he's a lot tougher to take down. I think that's all the changes to Bastion. Oh here, his ironclad. No, it's ironclad. His configuration tank doesn't give him bonus armor because of ironclad, which is the ability that. Oh, the spread's not that bad actually. It's still pretty tight. We've still got an easy kill there. Back off from this tile. Don't want to die for that. Ah, this soldier got us again. At least we got the checkpoint, so our spawn moves up. Another hero that got a little change is D.Va. Her defense matrix. Previously, when you dive on someone, a few of the shots, if they were too close to you, wouldn't get absorbed by the matrix and you'd get directly hit by them. Now that's changed. If D.Va's got her matrix out, no shots will get through.
Let's keep the payload moving.
As soon as I open May got a slight change. In Cryo Freeze, she can now be targeted by allies, so friendly fire can actually heal her. Stuff like Mercy's staff can heal her, while she's already healing herself in Cryo Freeze. Speaking of Mercy, she got a bit of a change as well. It's a bit of a buff, but it was very, very needed. Her Resurrect, now when she resurrects someone, she will be invincible while she's rezzing, so she doesn't just res and die. That's what was happening before. She was rezzing, and then dying while she was rezzed, and she was rezzing into a 5d6 at the most, and it was still at a disadvantage. So now Mercy should be able to really bring the fight back. Ah, no. Attack Bastion doesn't work, don't try it. Roadhog is now on hook, I think it's 2.5, I don't know. The spread on his gun has been increased. No, decreased, so it's easier to hit things. But the hook pulls people 3.5 meters away now, which means well more than half the team can't be one-shot anymore. There's not that much he can one-shot anymore. It's not that insta-kill ability that made him so strong in the pro scene. And it's on a longer cooldown. It's now on cooldown about 8 seconds as opposed to 6, so you can't spam it that often. At least not as often as you used to. Can't headshot her. Stop trying. I can't headshot her anymore either. That really didn't really get that kill. Wow, that's it. At least still got the ult. Every character got a sensitivity update when they're targeting people, for example Zen's Discord Orb, Mercy's Staff, all that sort of stuff, Widow's Grappling Hook. Winston got a smaller head, his hit volume being reduced by 15%. So he's much harder at headshot now, which just means he's got that bit of an easier time when he's jumping around, flying all over the place. And I think that's all the character changes so far. There's been a few changes to competitive, ready for Season 4. It's been said in the past that there was a big problem with people like messing with games, throwing games, trying to get to the lowest possible rank. I can't believe I walked into that, I saw it. You can't do that now because any rating below 500 won't be displayed. When you're below 500 you just get bronze and that's it. No one can tell how low you actually are. Yeah, too far away, we can't hit anything. We'll look at ult soon. But yeah, it's really going to hinder those people who will never know when they're the lowest rank in the game.
Heroes never die.
Much better than the last one.
Get the payload moving. No one can hide.
That was worth it, that was on defense maps, assault maps, such as Temple of Anubis, Hanamura, that sort of stuff, there's now a respawn delay. If the attackers have been contesting a point for a certain amount of time, the defender's respawn massively increases. It's gone from about 12 seconds to about 16.
My ultimate is charged.
This is really, really powerful for the attackers. I mean, the defenders can't just stall you out where they pick May and Diva and Tracer and just throw themselves on the point until eventually they get to the hand. I didn't want to press that, I meant to go into heal. But it should be much easier to attack those points. You won't get those point B story draws anymore, which would be brilliant. And lastly, there's been a map change to Eichenwald. There's been comments on how hard it is to push to that last choke point. It's now much easier to do that because the doors don't seal shut anymore. When the doors close, now they just leave a bit of rubble behind instead.
Ready to resurrect.
So attackers have a much easier time getting through the doors, and you can't just have a Junkrat and a May sit in that choke and stop the attackers getting through completely. It's a really good change. They're the only insignificant changes that in this patch. There's been quite a big one, there's been quite a lot in it. But I think it's going to be a really good patch again.
Victory!
Nice, got a win. Anyway, we've covered these patch notes, we've looked at Bastion. I really like the new Bastion, he's really consistent now. A lot more than he was before. He's good at taking down barriers and getting the kills with this recon. He stays alive better with his heal. Makes him look stronger. I like it a lot. We might be in for a Bastion meta here next season. Look at my placement game soon. Maybe we'll see what it's like. But that'll do everything for this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you've got something to say, drop a comment. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. Next video, we'll probably be looking at the server browser and maybe taking a look at Year of the Rooster if we have time. Oh, there, game browser. And maybe taking a look at Year of the Rooster if we have time. Where is it? It's normally sat there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's this find game and create game. We can go in here. Junk Funk. Some kind of Junkrat only around Ilios Well. We have to blast each other in the hole or something. 500%, which max damage, max speed, max health. And a paintball. That's and a grenade only. There's a lot of 500% everything's. Widowmaker headshot only. A nice little skill one there. There's a lot of these that we can jump into next game, as well as capture the flag, which has come to every single map. That's also in for control. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.